Hi, I'm Alyce Masters, and I wanted to talk to you about preconception and prenatal care for the health of the mother and the child. I teach pre-K in the public school at Dr. Lewis S. Libby School, and I get a lot of questions about all kinds of things because some of these parents, this is their first experience with the public school, and it's amazing the things they want to talk to me about. So I thought I'd start at the beginning. And so prenatal preconception development is the beginning. We read some case studies in Chapter 5 of Trarick Smith about one mother who was well versed in what to expect when she was ready to conceive and to carry her baby. And there was another mother who was much younger and had no access to education or services. And we don't know, but studies showed that the outcomes tend to be much more different. So the more we know, the more the child will know, the more the outcome will be, excuse me. When I went to find sources, I thought, well, I'll go to my friend who's an OB/GYN. You know, he's so excited about delivering babies. When I went to my OB/GYN, I had sources, piles of them, piles and piles and piles. I went to talk to his staff people. I explained my source or my purpose, and they gave me a couple of pamphlets. They could tell I was amazed, and they said that their patients don't read them. And that made me think, oh, probably the ones that can go online for information. They might also get it from their healthcare provider, maybe from friends, family, mothers, grandmothers. I do remember one of my friends who got information from her mother, both well-educated, college-educated people, and she wanted to wallpaper her nursery, and her mother was just astounded that her daughter was going to put her arms above her head to wallpaper. Well, that was just not okay, because in the grandmother's mind, the child, the unborn baby's umbilical cord was wrapped around, and that was just so detrimental. That is unfounded. So just be aware. There are some things that are actually true, very true, and there are some stories that are not founded by research. Mass General has a center called Boston IVF. This looks at educating parents prior to conception. It helps to improve fertility, and their big goal for everybody too is to have a healthy baby. The first thing they look at is, are there unhealthy habits by either parent that need to be changed to provide the healthiest baby possible. And the first one they look at is smoking. Smoking decreases fertility and also can be key to premature labor and decreased fetal growth. So they truly recommend that both parents work to stop smoking on their own or with the help of their doctor. The whole goal is to have a healthy baby. Another factor is alcohol. Alcohol decreases fertility. Mothers who wish to become pregnant, women who wish to become pregnant, should limit their alcohol intake to the first week of their menstrual cycle, so that should they conceive, they will not have that influence on their unborn child, and to continue to abstain throughout the pregnancy. It's also thought that caffeine decreases fertility. It's recommended that the potential mother switch to decaffeinated drinks during this time throughout the pregnancy, or limit her caffeine intake to 1 caffeinated drink per day. Recreational drugs. These are contraindicated during preconception and pregnancy. So, how does a woman know if she's medically fit to conceive a baby and carry it to full term? Well, to be sure, she needs to go see her family doctor or her OBGYN, and they will be able to help her out. They'll be able to look at her immunity levels, especially for German measles, rubella, chickenpox, varicella. Both of these childhood diseases, if exposed to during pregnancy, could result in severe birth defects. There are immunizations that can be administered if there is not an immunity detected through tests. Also, hepatitis. Hepatitis can severely damage liver, and if a mother has hepatitis, it can be passed to her unborn baby. The doctor and the patient should look at the workforce. Is there a chance during working hours that there is an exposure to hepatitis? There can be an immunization to help prevent this. Also, HIV, which leads to AIDS. This is a time to be screened for this issue. It's hard to talk about because, you know, if someone really wants to have a baby and they have this HIV, it can be passed on to their unborn baby, and the immune system is severely damaged. So it's good to know before the choice. While looking also at a mother's history, we need to look at thinking about, are there medical issues that she needs to be medicated for during her pregnancy? Are these medicines safe for the baby or not? And so the doctor needs to look and see, is it safe? Should we prescribe something else? And make that decision earlier than later. Also, aspirin-like medications, ibuprofen, these are not a good choice at pregnancy. During pregnancy, they have been shown to impair the health of the child. Tylenol is acceptable. Herbal remedies need to be avoided at this time too. There's not enough research to decide if they're safe or not. It's better to be safe than sorry. So there's so many issues to consider before having a baby. What more could there be? Well, first of all, the American Congress of Obstetrics and Gynecology talks about how exciting it is to become pregnant. But with this excitement, there are huge changes to a woman's body, to her emotions, to her lifestyle. And these are all going to affect the father of the baby too. Things are changing. They're exciting. But with all these changes, there's also a need to be well informed, to have education and to know how to make healthy choices for the mother and the unborn baby. Good decisions are good tools for good choices. So, starts with prenatal checkups. The first checkup is usually longer. It needs the doctor and the patient, the mother-to-be, will need to talk about a full history, health history, to know what the past is and what the future will be. There will be a need for a physical exam and to schedule any lab work that needs to be done. And then the very exciting thing is to calculate the due date. So those are the things that will happen. After that, the visits will be less lengthy. First they'll be monthly, then they'll go to twice a month, then once a week, then even closer as needed. Being in touch with your healthcare person, no matter what, is really essential. They can help you to be ready, for the mother to be the most ready as possible, and to provide the best care for her baby, born or unborn. That is essential. The Boston IVF and the American Congress of Gynecology and Obstetrics, they have wonderful details about what to expect, what things, but it's all just text. So I wanted to look for something that has some pictures, and I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm going to try to get it so it's not too much glare, but this is Pregnancy and Birth, Everything You Need to Know by Dr. Mary Steen. There are huge amounts of pictures and lots of details with graphics to show what's the average. And I say the average because they're all white Caucasians and they're all in healthy weights. All the ladies that are in these pictures. So that doesn't address everybody. But having these pictures gives you a good idea, or the person who is pregnant or expecting, to see what is average, what should be the norm, and to adjust according to body type, ethnic group, culture, these things. When I picked up this book, I did not find anything that really addressed the culture and other ethnic groups, though we know that certain cultures and ethnic groups are prone to different sorry, lost my thoughts, different diseases and things like that. So it's great to have this resource, and it gives a lot of good guides of pictures and information talking about especially a balance in life of diet, exercise, increased fluids, and fresh air, sunshine. You know, it could be very simple with a regular pregnancy. Stringent diets and excessive exercise do not help the unborn baby. Excessive exercise takes away the oxygen from the baby and is not a positive effect. Moderate exercise is a very good idea, and your healthcare provider can help you with this. I can see my time is almost up. I have given you a brief synopsis of preconception and prenatal health care. I was very pleased to be able to share this with you. It's one of those things that's near and dear to my heart. The best we can do for any baby is the best we can do. If you have any other questions or comments, please give me a message via First Class, and I thank you for your attention. Please let me know. Thank you.